Hey, what's happening everyone? Journeyman here and welcome to part 16 of Roda to Glory. Today's episode we take on Venlo and Vitesse as we try and, I don't know, just keep pushing up the table, trying to keep ourselves in line with a chance to get into the European playoffs. So this is the current league status right now, 23 games in. We're currently in 8th place in the table. And honestly, our form has been kind of indifferent, and I'm not quite sure why. After the Groningen game, we lost 2-1 against AZ Alkmaar. Disappointing display, really. We actually, I don't know, we led the game for start, and all of a sudden it just kind of imploded. We have lots of clear-cut chances, but just couldn't find the back of the net. Then we did beat Swal 4-2. This is a little bit of a tighter game than I would have wanted as well. Jeff and Adelaide kind of putting a little cherry on top of the cake at the end there to make the scoreline look a little bit more lopsided than it actually was. And then most recently, we had to come from 2-0 behind against FC Dordrecht, who are currently bottom of the table, just to draw 2-2. Bill getting 2 goals there in the second half, giving us level. So today's episode, it's all about trying to win both games here. Venlo and Vitesse, two very, I don't want to say tough teams, but Vitesse's tough. Venlo, a game we should win pretty easily. I'm not going to lie to you. They signed Roosevelt from us in the January transfer window. He's playing regularly for them, but basically playing as well as he played for us, so not very well. Anyway, let's go straight into the action. Oh, by the way, I did sign someone. I forgot to mention. Lorenzo Gonzalez has joined us on loan from Man City for the rest of the year. He comes in and haven't going to pay him a penny for the rest of the year, so he just gives us extra depth and the attacking end of things. But anyway, here we go. Up against Venlo today. This is how we're going to line up. I'm actually going to make a quick change at the back here, though. I've noticed that my defensive partnership is not working out too well right now, so I'm going to try and toy around with it. And I'm going to go to a defense centre-half and centre-half on defend rather than cover and stopper. Little tweaks, little adjustments to try and get the most out of the players. But anyway, today's team, I will do US in goal, Dijkhuizen at right back, Basong, Morala through the middle, Jay Da Silva at left back, Nascimento, Natic, Paulison through the midfield, Wilson, Adelaide, Bill will of course lead the line. By the way, Bill has now been successfully retrained as a complete forward now. He's come on leaps and bounds, as you would expect. He's only 19 years old, and there really is no limit to how good this guy could be. Alright, so here we go, playing away from home in our little sky blue jerseys up against Venlo. This is a game that I want to try and get off to a good start in, try and get an early lead, and then we can just kind of sit back and relax and maybe, I don't know, just enjoy the game for a change, because right now it's been too many nail-biting finishes. Alright, so here we go. 20 minutes in, no highlights thus far, and it's been largely Venlo with possession, as you can see here, and they've had the better opportunities as well by the look of things. 2 shots on target to our 1. Nothing going on so far in the first half. Very, very dull affair from both sides. Here's our first highlight of the game. We're deep inside of our own half. There's Nascimento, Morala, back to Eurus, to Basong. Not exactly where I wanted to play with the ball, but he does well to get it out. Here's Paulison now in the middle of the park. There's the Silva looking on the overlap. He finds Adelaide. Now Adelaide's going to get to the byline. Puts it in there looking for Bill. Bill beats Gonzalez and scores. Gets in there. Bill gets himself another goal. And his red-hot form continues. Gets in there, Bill. Top finish there from the young Brazilian striker. Adelaide did well to get to the byline. Whips the ball in. Bill stuck with it after Gonçalves got the initial tackle in. But it's 1-0. Alright, here's Dijkhuizen to Nascimento. Back to Dijkhuizen. Back to Natic. Holthaus hits it long here. Basong should deal with that without a problem. There's Morala to Paulison. Paulison to Adelaide to Bill. Bill, great ball, through ball, and that's Wilson there. Should have found the back of the net. Good build-up play. Fantastic little through ball there from Bill as well. All right, half-time, and after a slow start to the game, we came a bit more into it now. We're looking like the better team that we are. Obviously, I do want to get a second goal, however, just to make sure of victory. I just don't trust the guys to hold on to an hour lead. Here's Wilson with a free kick, whips the ball in. Oh, and he found Adelaide at the back post, but he hit his header wide. Good chance there to make it 2-0. Making a change in midfield. Paulson, I'm going to take you off. I'm going to bring on Al McCreaney instead. A bit more of a defensive-minded change. I don't know. I just felt like we need to, I don't know, just to shore things up in midfield a little bit. Maybe a little bit negative, but I've seen us giving away games like this too many times before, so you'll have to apologize for my nerves. All right, another change here. I'm going to bring off Natic. I'm going to bring on, Jules Jacobs instead. Going to have these two switch. I'm going to have Jules Jacobs on support. McCreaney can defend. Again, just to freshen some legs up in there. Nothing really interesting about it. All right, so 90 minutes on the clock here, 4 minutes added on time. Still time for Venlo to get an equalizer here. Here's Martinez, finds Namli's through on goal. Terrible effort. Terrible effort. Honestly, it's been a very, very scrappy game. Definitely not pretty football at all. And there it is, a full-time whistle gone. Job done. We got the victory. Not a very pretty result or pretty performance, but it's 3 points nevertheless. And we move on now up against Vitesse, who are a much stronger team than the one we just played. All right, so here we go. 7th versus 5th place now as we take on Vitesse at home. Both teams inconsistent form right now, as you can see in the middle of the page here. Apparently, we are favourites to win today. I'm not used to saying that. One quick change to the side today. McQueenie comes in instead of Paulison. I've opted for 2 border midfielders instead. And, yeah, that's pretty much the only change I'm going to make. Yeah, apart from that, happy with that. I'm confident the boys can get something out of today's game. I'm hoping for a victory that'll help put pressure on the teams above us. Not to mention, we've got to find some form. Again, being inconsistent this time of year doesn't do anyone any good. And right now, we currently sit 7th, and I'm hoping we can move up the table just a little bit more. All right, here is Gassama now to Hay, to Serrero for Vitesse. Got to get stuck in there much quicker than that. But I've got to put pressure on them. I like to try and crowd and try and pressure teams at a higher tempo. Here's Wilson to Natic. Natic to Adelaide. Adelaide again. Come on, what are you going to do there, Jeff? Finds Wilson. Terrible ball there from Harry Wilson. And it's easily picked off. All right, here is Vitesse now looking to build something from the back. Hits it long. Finds Linson to Serrero. To Van Bergen. They're spraying it all over the pitch. It's like watching Barcelona right here. Here's Van Bergen cross in. That's a good header, but shouldn't have beat Eurus there. From the initial impact, it looked... the initial shot there, it looked like Eurus should have saved that one. The ball is obviously a bit slippy. It is raining out there, so maybe that's played a role in it. But it didn't look that good of a header, to be honest with you. Yeah, Eurus really should have kept that out. Just kind of flopped his hands at it and went straight through him. And disappointingly, we'll find ourselves 1-0 down. All right, here is Dijkhuizen to Nascimento, to McQueenie, to Wilson, to Bill. Oh, decent effort there from the Brazilian edge of the area. Maybe we should have got a shot on target. Plenty of room there to get a shot off. And but unfortunately, he sliced it wide. All right, here's Butner now, former Man United left back, of course. Here's Hay to Van Bergen. Good tackle there from Jada Silva. There's McQueenie now picking up the loose ball on the edge of the semicircle. The halfway line, I should say. Alright, so Chalobah hits it long here, finds Van Bergen, he's now through on goal, crosses it, Dijkhuizen does well to read the danger and clear it. And he picked out Adelaide, so here's Bill now, maybe leading the counter-attack charge for Roda. Bill holds it up, finds Natic. Natic looking for Adelaide, poor ball in the end, and the attack is over. Alright, so halftime here, we are 1-0 down, and not playing particularly well. We had a couple of chances there in the first half, but... and then didn't really carve them open as much as I would have liked. So, in the second half, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to take off McQueenie and I'm going to bring on Jacobs. Jacobs could then instead play as a bit more of a... We'll use him as the... No, we're going to deep line playmaker. We got to attack. We are 1-0 down. So what we'll do is we'll do advanced playmaker on attack. I'll have Jacobs try and support Bill a bit more. Bill's looking a little bit isolated up top. Alright, so here we go with the second half. 1-0 down. This is a game that we really can't afford to lose. Alright, thrown deep inside the Vitesse half. Bill cross it to Silva at the edge of the area. Oh, what an effort from De Silva off the inside of the post. I thought it was going to fall to Adelaide, but unfortunately it was squirmed away. Here's another chance though. Dijkhuizen whips the ball in. Wilson can't win it. There's De Silva from the edge of the area again. Oh, that's another rocket of a shot from De Silva. Ricocheting around, hit the post again. Jada Silva very, very unlucky not to equalise for us, and that's going to be cleared easily from Vitesse. All right, 70 minutes on the clock here, and yeah, not doing too good out there. So what we're going to do here, change up a little bit. I'm going to have Natic, push him up top. Obviously, going to take him off here. I'm going to bring on Gonzalez, Konins, Shannon, or Sharif. We'll do Gonzalez. We'll do Gonzalez in there. We'll have him as an advanced forward to go alongside Bill. That means we've got to change the shape of midfield a little bit more. So what we'll do here, we'll do something like that. We'll do a Mazzala and we'll do a deep line playmaker. and we'll just give it a go. We've got 20 minutes left to get something out of this game, and the way we started the second half, we should at least be on level terms. All right, 87 minutes on the clock. It looks like we're not going to be able to get this equalizer. Haven't really done anything, so they switched to a 4-2-4 formation. And unfortunately, Nascimento has also picked up a knock. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. And the full-time whistle has gone, and unfortunately it's ended up in a 1-0 defeat. Disappointing, really. We had largely the better chances in the second half to get something out of it, but unfortunately we just couldn't finish any of them up. So good news is, though, Nascimento's only out for 2 to 3 days, so he's in back for the next one. He's an important player to our system. All right, so take a look at the fixtures ahead. Let's see how things are lining up for us. Next up, what we'll do is we'll do the Den Haag and Heerenveen game, and that should set up a pretty exciting finish to the season itself. Currently, we sit 7th in the table, equal on points with Groningen, and they are 8th. What makes it interesting right now is PSV have a game in hand. They're actually below us in the table, believe it or not. Eindhoven having a really poor season, and they're the only team I'm worried about catching us up and kicking us out of the playoffs. So that's the only team that I'm actually a little concerned about right now. But we got to try and pick up some regular form, because right now we're not playing as well as I would like. I might have to tweak the tactics a little bit more, just to make sure that we are a bit more solid, because right now we're giving away cheap goals and we're drawing against teams we should beat easily, and I'm afraid of repeating what happened last year. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, remember to leave a like on the video, and if you want to see more videos by me in the future, please hit subscribe to notifications on. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys in the next part. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.